Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to our Inappropriate Morning Show with
Marlene
and Staci. This morning, our breakfast beverage comes from Foxbrook. Foxbrook. This is like a $3 bottle of wine that I believe is an award winner. So I already poured Marlene's glass, and this morning we are turning our breakfast beverage into a breakfast beverage cup, which this is one of my favorite ones. It's Alice in Wonderland. It's my coffee / wine mug for the morning. Cheers.
Cheers
to our Inappropriate Morning Show.
Oop.
Oh dear Lord. What are you doing?
I gotta take this out because, crap. I don't know wine. If I can't enjoy my wine, then why are we doing the morning show? There you go. Okay, much better.
Good point. Good point. Way to go, Marlene. It's pretty good, huh?
This is kind of like Kool-Aid. That's not good.
Sometimes the cheap wines, all you need is a little bit of 7-Up and you get punch.
Yeah.
But it's pretty good, though. So I just want to hit on our Facebook status. You know, we're trying to get to 1 million likes because Robin Williams has 1.6 million likes, and we want to be in contention with Robin Williams just because he's such an awesome guy. We are close. We've actually increased our Facebook likes by like 300%. Not even know if that's true or not because I don't do math. But last week we were at 13, and now we are at, you ready? 47 likes. And I'd just like to mention that Marlene.
Oh, hi, puppy. You're with us again today.
You still have not liked your Facebook page.
Oh, I'm waiting for the moment.
What moment?
I don't know. It hasn't hit me yet. When it hits me, I'll know.
Okay. Well, let's have a crusade to get Marlene to like her Facebook page, maybe. Because if you don't like it, who will?
I understand, and it is marketing.
Yes. And not one person might put us over the edge.
Hey, speaking of marketing,
yes.
You know what I figured out? I'm so glad our name is, Marlene and Staci. Not just because it's Marlene and Staci, but when you use like acronyms or initials to make it easier to remember something? If our names are switched, it'd be the S&M show.
Nice.
Just thought I'd put that out there.
So M&S.
That's much better. No S&M and no, those icky phone numbers.
Right.
That's
very
all.
good.
Just putting out
very
there.
good. That's kind of a good segue into our news for the morning.
It is.
In the paper this morning, which I'm feeling much better. Thank you for asking.
Yeah. I'm glad you're feeling better.
And this morning, there's a saucy novel puts libraries in quandary. Is the topic, and there's a book. I guess I don't read much, but I do believe that people should be able to write down whatever they want, and that people should be able to read whatever is written, regardless of what it is, because it's basically your imagination. It can only take you as far as the words take you as far as the imagination goes, whatever. So anyway, there's this book that I'm gonna definitely have to read now because people say it's almost pornographic. And therefore, I don't have to read it because I don't have to read it because it's pornographic, but I like to read things that are controversial.
Okay.
It says that
the
some
Bible is controversial.
It is, and
I like to read that.
Yeah, read that. Some libraries have come down on the other side of the issue, blah blah, saying that libraries won't put the book on their shelves. And so the book is called 50 Shades of Grey, which I'd never even heard of 50 Shades of Grey, but apparently it's like the most requested book out there right now.
Dr. Oz did something on that.
Did he?
He did. I recorded it, but I haven't watched it yet, so I
some libraries who aren't doing it say they view it as pornographic material, which I was thinking about this because my daughter, who loves books, all my kids really love to read, and my youngest one is 13, and so she likes to read some books.
4 eyes.
Right? And I usually read books that she's reading just to make sure that it's okay. And so, The Hunger Games was pretty controversial when I first started reading it. I was like, what the heck is this? I don't want my kid reading about other kids killing each other. But then once you read through the stories, the whole story and everything, and realized what was going on exactly, it was like, oh, well, that's actually a pretty good story, to read. So I think that you need to read what your kids are reading. But in this case, I might have to read the book first in case she comes up to me and says, Mom, I want to read 50 Shades of Grey. And then I don't want to tell her, no, you're not going to read a book. I mean, that's just silly.
Would that be an art book?
It could be an art book. And that's a big difference in pornography between art and pornography.
I mean, shades of gray, color.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, color. We're the white people. That'd be a good book.
Okay. I don't know. Possibly. My second story, because I don't have any birthdays today.
Oh.
I looked through. No one was really interesting. He was born today. Yesterday was a very good day, but I threw the paper away, and so I couldn't talk about that. This is amazing. Lucas, we all know George Lucas, and he has this big thing in Marin, right?
Yep.
This his Star Wars
The ranch.
studio, the ranch. And he was going to put another huge movie complex on there, and they said, no, we don't want that on here because it's going to bring too many people to our area. So George Lucas said, okay. So he's not going to do that anymore. You know what he's going to do? He's going to put in low-income housing, which I think is awesome. No,
that is awesome, but I bet they're upset now.
They are upset, and people, the homeowners associations are getting letters that say, you guys are going to get what you deserve. You're going to bring drug dealers, all this crime, and low life in here. And you know what? I just have to say, low-income housing in Marin, you know what qualifies as low-income housing in Marin?
Probably something we could move into.
Yeah. Family of 4, $88,800 a year can qualify for low-income housing. And I would also just like to say that, my ex-husband's moving up here from the Bay Area. And when we were looking for apartments for him, I went to some apartments not knowing that they were low income, and they are low income. Now, he cannot qualify for low income because, he's like one of the richest men I know. But only because he's the father of my children. And my children are worth more than
of course
any earthly treasure. Totally. So that's why he's one of the richest men I know. But I just thought it was interesting to know that even though it's low-income housing in Roseville and Rockland, you don't know it's low-income housing. And you know what? Just because you don't make $500,000 a year does not mean that you are a drug dealer, crime, and low life. I just want to tell...
Jesus is one of the poorest people ever.
He was.
Well, he was. He was rich in so many ways, rich in the heart, but he was poor.
Financially.
And he hung out with the lowlifes.
Yes. But just because you don't make a ton of money, rich, snobby, not all Marin people, but obviously the ones who are writing in, some of them who are worried about this neighborhood, get over it.
But
because there's really good people who don't have a lot of money.
Yeah, I'm not surprised though. It was like that. We used to call them the Marinites.
Really?
Yep.
George Lucas, obviously, he makes tons of money, and he's not like that. He doesn't mind having these people live next to him. Maybe he's going to employ them. Maybe he's going to make their life better.
And then they can make $100,000.
Thank you, George Lucas.
And then they can be just a smidge above the poverty level for Marin County.
Let's give George Lucas a hand. Good job, sir. Way to keep up the good work. Bring it
on.
Bring it on. All right, very good. Hey, do you like my shirt?
I like your shirt. Why do I like your shirt?
My future husband-in-law.
Your future husband-in-law.
I saw him Sunday at my future son-in-law's graduation party, and he loved the color of my shirt.
Your future husband-in-law?
Well, what do you call them? What do you call people who are the parents of your son-in-law or your daughter-in-law? What are they called? I've decided that they're going to be my husband-in-law and my wife-in-law.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I don't know if it's true or not. I'm tired of referring to them as my son-in-law's parents.
Yeah, they don't have any name. That's not good.
Well, no, but we're related. We're going to be raising grandchildren together, for Pete's sake. So that's really important. So anyway, he loved my shirt.
Nice.
And he said I should have all the colors of my wardrobe should be in this color. So I thought I'd wear it today.
Oh, nice.
In honor of my husband-in-law.
Perfect.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, now it's time. Let me see. Let me make sure I did everything. Yes. Okay.
You forgot your sign. Was this Stacy's Minute?
No.
Oh.
That was not Stacy's Inappropriate Moment.
Oh, Inappropriate Moment. Okay.
But now it is time for...
Dun-ta-da!
Marlene's Minute.
Okay.
Hit it, Marlene.
Thank you. You know, it's been a rough week, and we don't need to go into the reasons why, but you know the reasons why. And I thought that I would just let my fingers do the walking with a really cool book. This is Dictionary of Theories. Isn't that like your book of choice? You said you read, right? This is one stop to more than 5,000 theories from the man. Oh, I have to
Who's
say
the
about
man?
that manicure. A different kind of man. You know, this dude. Einstein. Yeah. So I opened it up and I thought, I'm going to find the thing that it sets my mood. So here it is. Hertzfeld and Mayer, Theory of Melting.
Theory of melting.
This explains my week and how it's been hard for me. The amplitude of atoms variation in its I'm sorry. The amplitude of atoms vibration in a solid increases as the temperature rises. The Hertzfeld-Mayer model assumes that each atom vibrates independently of its neighbors, and that when the amplitude of vibration reaches a certain critical fraction of the mean interatomic spacing, the vibrations will interfere to such an extent that the structure becomes mechanically unstable and melting occurs. Just I'll let you know. Okay? That's it.
So in summary, that means what?
My
That there's
neighbors are
friction
making
with
me melt.
neighbors,
Yeah.
and we're about to discombobulate over here, people.
Yeah.
Just
Right
saying.
here. Right here.
It's proven. It's a theory.
Okay. Here's my theme for the week. Food. Told you to have a theme.
Food.
I'll do a quick theme. All right. I just was thinking, what happens if you decided to lick your hand instead of using your napkin at a restaurant?
Okay, if I decide to lick my hand, is this Jesus is here? I just wanted to make sure it's Jesus appropriate.
Yeah. Well, did they have napkins in his day?
No, they use their togas.
Oh, well, there you go. And then they wore around that icky food.
Possibly.
So if I use
They
my
didn't have
clothes-
food. They didn't have greasy food. They used bread and water and
okay.
wine.
Oh, wine. Okay, I was just wondering.
Okay.
And then I also wanted to know, and this was kind of cool when I was thinking about it. Come on, you gotta think about this. When
Okay.
you're in a hotel
Okay.
and you leave your room in the morning before they come by to pick up those little trays of room service outside, have you not ever stopped and looked at one and go, God, that looks good?
I have, but I have never actually acted on the impulse. Have you, Marlene?
No, I've gotten really close. I mean, I've looked really closely at it, and I'm like, that looks really good.
You know what?
But then I look both ways, and I go, I'm afraid of getting caught!
You know
So
what?
I didn't touch
when
it.
we take this show on the road,
Yeah.
we're gonna have to do that. We're gonna
Okay.
have to dine off of people's
Well,
room service leftovers.
what if someone ordered something and put it back in the tray, and it's like perfectly clean?
Could be.
Could be.
We'll just have to
Just-
make sure we have all of our shots.
Just saying. Oh, and I want to thank you. We had the most memorable Mother's Day dinner ever. It was great. I was with my, I was with my father-in-law, my stepfather-in-law. You know those title things, you know. He's pretty, ex-military. He's pretty, And you know what was really cool? Stacy just came from her table, because we happened to be there together. Stacy just came from her table, walked right on over, and just took her fork, and just put it right into his salmon, and just tried it.
Did.
I thought he would die.
Really?
But you know what? He was cool with it. Did you
was.
notice? It was my mother-in-law that was like,
Yeah.
and I wish we had a camera to see what everyone else was doing in the restaurant. Because, there were like 14, 16, 18. How many of us were there?
14 of us.
Okay, it was cool. So I just want to
14
say
of us.
you made it memorable. And
Thank
that it was just great. It was great. Okay, the last thing about food is I thought about restaurants. And what do you do in a restaurant but you go to a restroom? So, now you talked about words in this. Well, let me back up. You talked about words, and you said that words are pretty, you talked about the book. And words are pretty important, right? Pornographic, all that stuff.
Right.
Well, not that pornographic relates to restroom. But I'm talking about words
There's
being
lots
important.
of pornographic stuff that happens in a restroom.
Well, wouldn't it be terrible if someone was in a restroom, in a restaurant, and you're under there and you go, can I borrow a tampon?
That would be inappropriate. Would they be under the table?
Because they don't mean it. They don't mean borrow. It's words. You have to be so careful with what you say. I just want you to say it. At S&M, morning show, you have to be so careful.
You do. You have to be very careful about what you think.
M&S, Marlene and Staci.
Not Stacy and Marlene.
No.
Marlene and
That's all.
Stacy.
That's all.
Was a very wise choice. When you were first talking about not using your napkin,
Yeah.
was that just because we were licking our fingers, or?
I don't know.
Okay.
I just had random thoughts this week because, I've just been
You are random. You are
random.
Okay.
Talking about neighbors melting down.
So, I hope we don't have technical difficulties on this. Oh, but this is Staci's Inappropriate Moment. I'll show you my sign in a minute because I'm trying to get this to work. So, okay, I go jogging in the morning, and see, this was my 3.02 mile run in Roseville on May 11th. I was sick last week, so I didn't run. And, look at that map. That's my 3.2 miles. And this is an updated version. It just got updated. Previously, I did not have a map on my run, right? So I didn't know. So yesterday I was out running my 1.5 miles because I wasn't feeling all that well. I'm still not 100%. So instead of running my 3 miles, I was just going to run my 1.5 miles. And when I looked down at my map, this is what it showed. And you know what?
Uh-oh, we can't see it.
We'll see it in just a minute. You know what? I was a bit violated. Actually, I wasn't violated. I felt my innocence was a little violated.
Is that the route you took?
That's the route I took. I started about right here. Oops. Oh, it's loading route image again. And I ran around. That's 1.5 miles. And you know what? I looked at that and I said, that's really inappropriate. I cannot believe that my map looks like that.
That is inappropriate.
It's an update. It's supposed to make things better. I don't know that I'll ever run that route again.
Well, I'm glad there were no roundabouts, because then you would have had circles.
Yeah, but there was already, it's kind of flat looking, but look how big that thing is. There's no loops around there. Oops, there's no loops around there. That's it.
Wow.
That's it. You know why women...
Pretty long route.
It was. I was kind of, worried that I didn't know if that's what all of them looked like or not. You know why women are so bad at math?
Why are women bad at math?
Because our whole lives we were told that this is 12 inches.
Oh, yes. So true. So true.
Yes. With that, I think that's a... Oh, wait. Where's my Staci's Inappropriate Moment? That was Staci's Inappropriate Moment. But you know what? With the joke, I get the or to sign. Well, Marlene, I think that's about it. That's all I have for this morning.
Okay.
What about you?
That's all I have for this morning. I know, kind of low on energy. Sorry.
Huh.
Sorry.
Maybe you have what I had last week.
I don't know. I gave it blowing my nose.
I contaminated her. Well, until next week.
Oh, don't blow your nose right before you meet someone. Just saying.
Or at the dinner table.
Oh, that'd be gross.
It drives me nuts when people blow their nose at the dinner table. I'm like, really, people?
That's inappropriate.
Inappropriate. All right. Till next time, guys. We'll see you later.